Hey, terrific. I'm so glad you clicked that play button. You like new and unique fashion? You like the classics? You like great quality and washable luxury you can wear every day, not just once or twice a year? Tired of people telling you what you can and can't wear because of your age? If you said yes, keep watching. This video is for you. Welcome to CWC Art and Soul with Catherine. I am Catherine Whelan Costen, the creator of the art and fashions you see on this YouTube channel, and I'm really grateful for you and for the opportunity to share with you something that is very unique, and that is my so FineTastic fashions that are made in Canada. It's very important to me. It's not the only important part. It was one of the key factors in finding made in Canada, ethically made, a company that really cares about quality and that is responsive to me as an artist and to my clientele, which is you. And so I did find them in La Galerie in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and I couldn't be happier with the results. Everything is made once an order is placed. So this truly is no fast fashion in any way. It takes time. It takes time for me to design, and it takes time for the creation sublimation process that happens. It's a very different, unique kind of process to get those colors, the patterns into the fabric and then sewn with such care, and I'm just so proud of it. Everything is washable, machine washable. I wash everything on gentle cold water, gentle soap, hang to dry, wash inside out to prevent friction in the washing machine, don't overload the washing machine, and everything has just come out so beautifully. I've washed several products over and over again and they still look just like new. So I'm super happy about that, and I want to share that with you. I'm going to share some images with you on screen, different products that are coming out, especially the new, very new Audrey dress, which I think you're going to love. And then I'm also going to show you some other products that you may not have seen or you don't know much about. If you haven't been to the storefront, I wanted to introduce you to those. And at the same time, I wanted to share with you some of the insights I've had around fashion, particularly for women 50, 60, 70 and beyond, the messaging that we're getting these days. So that's what this video is about, and if you like that kind of content, you want to hear more about the tips I have for you, keep watching. So number one is the introduction of the Audrey dress, which I think, as I said, you're going to love, and that is, it is so classic. It's classic. And a lot of the dresses that are popular on my storefront are the classics. And you know, it's interesting because they never go out of style. They are never not trending because they are classics. You know, you can look at Audrey Hepburn, you look at Jacqueline Kennedy, Marilyn Monroe. Throughout history, these are the kinds of dresses that were always popular, always. And so I'm a big fan of that kind of garment because it doesn't go out of style. You can have it for years if it's a good quality garment. The Audrey dress was designed for those who appreciate well-constructed pieces, the kind you slip on and immediately feel that structure, you feel held. And the beauty of it is it's made in the Ponte di Roma fabric, which offers a combination of softness, structure, and stretch. I love having a little stretch in my clothes so I can move comfortably, feel good, look good at the same time. And that's what this provides. It's a V-neck design, really nice, fully lined bodice, so that gives you that polished finish. And then the skirt just flows from the bodice. So all of my designs, I take into consideration something that I really want to emphasize for some of you who are looking at patterns and thinking you can't wear a pattern because it's too busy. I never used to wear patterns myself. I always wore solids because it was too much. It overwhelmed me, and especially being petite, I think sometimes that can happen. But what I have found that makes up the difference is very similar to in a painting, where the negative space really makes a difference. If you have areas of the painting where you have a solid color, whether it's black or white or any other color, where it gives you that negative space away from the pattern, it almost frames, it's a frame within the frame. And I think that is what happens when you use solids in contrast to the pattern. So whether it's in the actual garment itself, which I try to do, have some negative space, and particularly around the face, to make that, give it that flow, that frame, and also an artwork. So if you don't always have that, a good way to do that is to add a blazer, a scarf, a belt, something else that's going to give you some contrast. And it has worked for me very well. And so that's just a tip that I offer you if that's something that has sort of you've struggled with. The other thing I want to point out is that for women in particular, like over 50, I would say, we were the generation that were kind of rebels. You know, that was a generation of burning bras, symbolically or actually, in fact, to stand up for ourselves, take back our power from the patriarchal rules, the old morality police that told us the hem of our dress was too long or too short or whatever it was at any given time. We couldn't wear pants to school, to work. These were rules that had no, they had rules that were not based in anything legitimate other than to control women and to create a market. It was profitable to have those kinds of laws, actually laws. But then the laws went away, and instead we ended up with fashion police, as we call them today. You know, the people who judge others because you're not wearing what's trending. Well, who decides what's trending? It's got no basis in the reality that women are all sizes, tall, short, all skin colors, all hair colors. So what's trending may work for some people, and it may be fun to be wearing something that's trending. It's in style today, but not tomorrow. But that can create a lot of problems for if you don't want to be filling up the landfills, if you don't want to be just using fashion as a, you know, retail therapy to feel good for a moment because you're told that you need this next thing, or that things you have in your closet are no longer in style, so that's it. Well, that's not logical. It's not practical. It's not feasible for many. And I really think it's time we took our power back again and stopped listening to the people who are telling us that if you're a certain age, this makes you look older. This is dating you. This is, you know, those are, it's fine to have suggestions, or this is a new fun thing that's out, as opposed to you must not wear this if you're a certain age. You must not wear short skirt if you're over a certain age. Well, I always look at Tina Turner and I think, really? Because she looked fantastic in a mini skirt. And I think that's the key, is it's confidence. Tina Turner had confidence. She knew who she was, and she didn't let anybody tell her how to dress. And I look at other women who are trailblazers, trend busters, because they have made their own style. And that's key. It's the difference between following specific trends that make us all uniform as opposed to finding your own style, which it can become your trend. You know, if you like wearing heels and they suit you, wear them. If you like certain colors, they suit you, then that's the color for you. Because even if it's on trend, it's not going to look good on you if it's not your color. So I just wanted to get that out there. If you want to dye your hair, dye it, and if you don't, don't. It is so much about us regaining our power, our confidence. Because I think too many women, you know, after 50 or 60, kids have left home, life has changed, maybe you're getting out of the workforce or re-entering the workforce, and you're a little bit insecure about who am I now, how do I define myself? Well, the key is for you to define yourself. You know, dig deep and think about that, you know, 30-year-old, 20-year-old you that had that confidence. And realize that you're not supposed to look like you did when you were 20, but it's what feels good to you, what gives you confidence, that's going to be the key. And that is what I keep in mind when I'm designing my fashions, and realizing that it doesn't matter your age. There was never a time in my life that I could wear certain things. It didn't matter my age. And so now when I'm hearing all this advice, if you are a certain age, this is making you older or dated or whatever, I just ignore it, really, I do. I like seeing what ideas people have for coordinating things. That's fun for me. That's optimistic. That's positive. But I don't love hearing you shouldn't, or don't do this, or this is aging you, or this is whatever, because I don't believe that's true. I think the biggest thing that ages us is feeling insecure about ourselves, forgetting all the wisdom, all the life we've lived, all the experiences we've had that really make us who we are. And once we regain that, I think there's no stopping us. And that's what I'm hoping my fashion line is doing, is to bring you that sense of enthusiasm for life. My empowerment collection that's the message. I am the fire. We're not going back. And I wanted to put that into my fashion because that's what came to me intuitively in those paintings. The painting I Am the Fire is not of, it's called Eva, I Am the Fire. And Eva I named after one of my grandmothers who had incredible fire. But she didn't live her fire. She lived a very small life, dependent fully on my grandfather and the men in her world. And I don't know what her potential might have been had she had the opportunities. She did not have them. And so I know her spirit had that fire. But although I didn't see it expressed in life, when I was painting that painting, when I saw that image, I realized it was in my ancestry. It was there. And generation after generation, women's fire had been attempted to be diminished. And the wisest among us were burned for being wise women. And so I wanted to honor that, to really say, I know it was there. I know that fire burned. I know that that is who we really are as women. And it's really important now more than ever to reclaim it. And I don't think some people really understand what that divine feminine energy is, that really powerful energy of creation. There is fear of it. There was fear of it historically, and that is why it was oppressed for so long. And I think we're starting to wake up and realize that humanity needs that feminine, the divine feminine, the divine masculine working in harmony, not with one with their foot on the other's neck. So that's part of it, and I hope that you will explore some of the fashions that I've shown you here in this video. I wanted to make sure you knew that the knit products will probably be not available probably within the next month or so, because the new summer and spring fashions will be coming out. The knit ones will usually come back in the fall, but if you're like me and you like wearing a light knit even in the cooler times of the fall, early fall, late summer or spring, which I find very comfortable, especially in the duster and the Victoire dress, which I'm showing you. Please order them soon, because yeah, they'll probably be discontinued as we bring in different other fabrics and so forth. It just helps for the galleries to be able to be more efficient with what's popular, and because everything is done by hand I mean, it's done with machines, but there are humans involved in this process too. So that's really important for me to let you know that. And if you have any suggestions or any kinds of colors or styles that I've been doing that you like, that you would like to see more of, or more different colors that really resonate with you, please let me know. I'm always open to hear about it. I want to also make sure that you know, on the storefront, when you're looking at different garments, there is a size chart there you can click on. Make sure you measure before you order, because as I say, I don't have a warehouse full of fashions. I have what I wear myself and show you, and also so each time an order is placed, that's when the garment is made. So you want to make sure you measure first, to make sure you get exactly what you need, and then you'll be a very satisfied customer. So thank you so much for listening and for watching and for sharing and liking the videos. I'm hoping to get out to more people so they know this is available, because it is very unique, and yeah, I want other people to know that there is an option for luxury, washable, made in Canada fashions. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.